Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Back like we never left, Vinland Saga season 2. Oh man, first thing of the bad dog, the song, the intro song, smooth as hell, right? And the other thing that I have to big up, dog, it's the animation of this season. It looks like it's gonna be crisp. But overall, I think that's the quality of these recent enemies. They've been looking so well, bro. I mean, if James Cameron can take fictional blue people and make them look like real people, I think even animation can improve, right? The first scene we get this poem. I don't know what this guy's talking about, but the one big thing that stood out for me was that how vicious these old times used to be, bro. I mean, in one of the scenes while this poem keeps going, we see this guy just finish killing off one guy, and he goes to seemingly his wife and his kid, and he even touches the kid with blood on his hands, right? And then the second scene, we get an introduction to this guy, Aina, right? And then Aina is out there in the forest. He's chopping down some trees. And then he interacts with his family and he says to them that he's actually training so that he can protect his village, right? And this scene, again, for me, it symbolized, while the first scene contradicts what I'm going to say, which is that it used to be a vicious time, this scene symbolized how peaceful in some capacity those old times used to be. We didn't have school, we didn't have 9-to-5 jobs. It was just beautiful, peaceful farming, eating, having fun, etc. Right? And then 2 seconds later, bro, Aina's worst nightmare actually happens. Okay, like his entire village is attacked. They're killing people, women, children, and in one of the future scenes, we get a realization that they actually getting captured so that they can be sold as slaves. I mean, in this same scene, dude, Aina loses his mother. Okay, they managed to hide from these soldiers, and they were about to go on the run, right? His mother gets hit by an arrow, and she immediately dies, but she leaves Aina with these powerful words that, dude, you have to live at any cost, okay? And then also, his sister is almost captured by, these guys who are attacking the village. And, his sister tries to defend herself and stabs, one of the guys in the back with a hairpin, right? And this guy doesn't mess around, dude. He immediately slashes Aina's sister. I mean, that was such a traumatic incident. Me watching that thing as a viewer, you can just imagine somebody who had to go through something like that, right? And then Aina, bro, we just see his face looking at his mother and sister on the floor. And to some degree, we could just see that this guy is about to lose it, right? Now, we cut to this scene where these guys are in a boat, right? And off the bat, just to symbolize how cutthroat the slave time used to be. There's this lady, she's seemingly sick, right? And these guys check her, apparently she's got some swelling or something in her gums. And they throw her off board, bro. This lady is not even dead, okay? And again, Aina tries to, act morally to say that let's not kill her. But these guys remind him that, dog, this is not the time or place, okay? And those words from his mother, kept echoing in his back to say that you need to live at any cost, okay? The next scene is where we now get a full reveal that these guys are actually slaves and they're going to be sold, right? Then we get to see Aina. He's in a lineup, bro. People are looking at his teeth, looking at his height, to say that what function can this guy actually serve us, right? And he manages to run away. He manages to escape. He even finds this other little house where there's a woman. He steals some food, but immediately as he runs out of the house with the food, they capture him, okay? And then his slave master, or the person that owns him, the people that bought him, right? They use him as an example to say that, guys, you are actually better off as slaves, okay? You have nowhere to go to. Even if you ran away, you wouldn't even know where the hell to go, right? They use him as an example to just break down, the morale of these people. Now, the toxic thing about this whole situation is that this guy is absolutely right, okay? Where the hell can they go, right? And even in this one scene, Aina is just, tied to a tree, and they're just giving him lashes, dog, whips. And they actually used to do this, okay? And this is why I personally don't watch like slave movies, because they trigger the hell out of me, right? I'll stick it to anime because You sort of have a sense of this is fictional characters. I don't know, my brain just processes it this way. But even then, I can still feel, empathetic to these characters, right? And while Aina is getting beaten, dog, his mother's words just keep echoing, okay? Which is that he needs to live. He needs to do whatever it takes to live, and that sheer will, okay? And that last thing is the one thing he has from his mother. He's just clinging on to that thing, right? And it just keeps him going. We can just see that this guy is defeated physically, mentally, but he's just latching on to life because of those words that his mother gave to him. Now we get this scene where Aina now, he's back on the slave line. He's being sold. This old man now comes, and he was one of the friends of Thorfinn's father, right? He says to him that I'm looking for my relative. He's short and he has yellow hair, and his name is Thorfinn, right? And Aina, this is the first time he's hearing Thorfinn's name, right? And I couldn't even see where that was going anyway, right? And then this other guy comes through, and he chooses Aina to say that, Aina, where are you from? What did you used to do? And Aina, tells him that I'm from North England and I used to be a farmer, right? And he says that, perfect, this is what I'm looking for. And he buys Aina, right? And then, dude, when Aina gets to this farm, and he sees the farm, dog, he's just taken aback to his old village, how they used to farm, memories about his family, and he just accepts it that, you know what, dude, I'm going to be a great slave. I'm going to obey my master. And this is the new life that he unfortunately has, and he has to accept, And then, bro, oh man, my boy finally makes an entrance. Thorfinn, we get this background music, quite emotional, bro. Thorfinn has grown up, he's got an ex, okay, in his bag. And Aina says that this is where his first introduction of Thorfinn is, right? And then for me, bro, Aina, knowing Thorfinn, you guys, I know you're gonna do some messed up shit in this coming episode. Thorfinn is a wild animal, okay? But yeah, this is a classic Vinland Saga 10 out of 10. I think this is why we come back to Vinland Saga, dog. This is for the drama, for us to get traumatized, the toxicity, but overall this was a solid episode. And that's it for my review, guys. If you like the video, please definitely leave a like, leave a comment, and let me know what you enjoyed about this episode, and consider subscribing to the channel. I'll check you guys next time.